I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're delighted to welcome back one of our favorite guests. Her name is Heather Lucas, also known as Jazzy Joy. She has written a mesmerizing tale called Anxious Annabelle and the Mysterious 88 Keys. The author weaves a narrative where Annabelle's vivid dreams guide her transformation through the world of piano. Crafted by an experienced piano mentor, this story is a tribute to tenacity and the triumph over challenges. We're delighted to have Jazzy Joy here join us today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Sweet Spire Literature Management for helping us put her in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support writers like her by subscribing to our channel. Heather, so good to see you today. Welcome back to our show.
Hi, how are you, Logan?
Everything is great. It's end of summer here in the States. It's the end of winter there in Australia. It's in the evening here, it's the morning there. Everything's opposite, but all is good. Your book is great. We talked about it during our last broadcast, Anxious Annabelle and the Mysterious 88 Keys. I think it's a great way to introduce children to piano and to keep the kids who are taking piano hooked and interested in this mysterious object that has the 88 keys. Let's talk a little bit about the book once again for our viewers who aren't familiar with it yet.
Sure. I've often felt as a piano teacher that children have a lot of challenges, and they don't really these days tend to have ways of figuring things out. And half the time I feel like I'm a psychologist in the lessons. So yeah, I just felt that writing the book perhaps was a way of showing that, you know, things aren't always doom and gloom, and that when you work hard, you do get a result. And yeah, we spend a lot of time showing children how to get over difficulties, how to zone in on a problem and keep working at it until it comes right. And yeah, they're perhaps not often got the concept of that in other things that they do. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a wonderful book. The illustrations are amazing as well. And I understand you created those too. Tell us about them. The cover is magnificent. It really catches your eye. Such vivid colors, such cool detail.
So I've always done some art. I did a course at what we call TAFE. That's like a tertiary education arena. And but one of the things that I've not been that great at was the faces. And so that was my challenge, was to get something that I could show. I could draw a face and paint a face. So I took up a special course on that. And that's where I've come by the cover of Anxious Annabelle, was through that painting course. And yeah, I figured I've got a lot better at painting faces now. So that was, yeah. And yeah, there was another one in there that's got like a mother and daughter illustration that came from the same course as well. So I was quite pleased that I'd made a bit of a shift there.
Yeah, it's always great to stretch your boundaries. What were you going to say?
Just that I love nature. Love taking photos of sunsets and sunrises. I'm quite hooked on them. And so often my paintings are about things out in nature. So that also contributed to the book. Yeah. Love to spend more time perhaps doing that in some years ahead.
Well, you're pretty busy right now with your music school. Tell us about that. Tell us about the students who come and how it works.
So just at the moment, we've finished exams. Yay!
Always a good
So
feeling.
yeah, that it's quite challenging to get about, I don't know, there's about 24 students that have had their exams this last Friday and
Mm-hmm.
Thursday. And to get all of those students ready right at the same day is pretty challenging because, you know, everyone doesn't bloom at the exact same time, but somehow we have to magically have them bloom on the exact day, ready for that examiner. He sat here behind me in the corner listening to students. So, yeah, it was a big relief to have that done,
Yeah.
and very, very stressful for the teachers and very stressful for the students and stressful for the teachers, parents listening
Right.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence the
So
name Anxious Annabelle. We were all anxious Annabelles that day, I'd imagine, during exams. Somebody
absolutely, absolutely.
measuring every note, every keystroke. Now, I hear you've got some news on the animation front when it comes to Anxious Annabelle and the mysterious 88 keys. Tell us about that.
So Sweet Spire has given me the idea that we ought to start a little animation of the book,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's in the process of getting started right now. So it'd be interesting to see how that comes out, what it looks like. Yeah.
That'll be exciting to see your imagery come to life, your words come to life. And there are all different types of learners in this world. There are visual learners, there are, text learners. So for the kids that are more likely to watch a video or watch a streaming channel, this might be perfect for them, a perfect fit. As I recall, Anxious Annabelle was modeled after a real child, right?
Absolutely. Yes, she's still around. She finished her certificate of performance
Mhm.
exam, and that's sort of at about university level. Um, so that was a pretty big achievement and takes quite a while to prepare the pieces, maybe 2 years. And yeah, all done. So we're
That's
pretty,
wonderful, wonderful. So
yeah.
she's immortalized in the book now, and she's done very, very well as a student. She's mastered those mysterious 88 keys, obviously.
She sure has. She's been playing for a musical just in the past few weeks. So much so, the hours that she did, she had a sore arm. We were a little worried about her actually getting the exam done, but
Right.
she did it. So yeah, we're really pleased with how everything's turned out.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm sure it was a repetitive stress injury by practicing so much. Practice, practice, practice is good, but too much leaves you with carpal tunnel. So you got to be careful, that's for sure. Tell me
Yes,
a
you do.
little bit about your artwork. You're looking to expand that part of your life a little bit, aren't you?
Yes, you know, when I do art at the moment, it's a snatched few minutes
Yeah.
uh, in between what I do. But yeah, I would really love to spend a lot more time on it when I'm not just grabbing minutes, but just, yeah, taking a little bit of time. But yeah, I just haven't come down from the pitch of all these exams and
Yeah.
and the concert very soon. That's the other thing.
Okay.
So we yeah, so we finish having the exams, and while the students are hot with their pieces, we get them to play in front of all of the parents. So that's going to be another special time for everyone. Yeah.
That sounds like an exciting event. I'm sure that the kids are excited to show off their skills. They've spent a lot of long hours rehearsing and practicing, and now mom and dad and aunts and uncles and grandmas and grandpas can come hear them tickle those ivories a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's the culmination of, yeah, just being able to show what they've been working on for so long, And yeah, not so much the parents because they've been listening to those songs for 9 or 10 months now,
Yeah,
but for everyone else's parents, it's actually really nice. So
exactly.
you're sharing it around this way, and yeah, it's
Wonderful. And
really
where is the concert held?
actually I have it at the Baptist church just around the corner. It's
Mhm.
a lovely venue, and they have a lovely piano like mine, a grand piano. So, yeah, it's just a really nice, pleasant place to be. And I think it relaxes the students as well. So, yeah, we're off there in about 10 days.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, a lot of exciting news we had to talk about today. Anxious Annabelle is coming out in animation form, and we're looking forward to that. Exams are done. Whew. Always
Yeah.
glad about that. An upcoming concert, and you'll be expanding your artwork as well. You are a busy lady. You're the busiest lady in showbiz, but that means a good, fun life. The busier you are, the more interesting your life is. That's for sure. Heather Lucas has written a wonderful book under the pseudonym or the pen name of Jazzy Joy. It is called Anxious Annabelle and the Mysterious 88 Keys. It is a wonderful story of a child and her quest to conquer the piano and the obstacles she faces and the way she actually is able to become the person that she became in real life, a an accomplished pianist. We are delighted
Very,
to have Heather join us here today on Spotlight. Thank you so much, Heather, for joining us.
no problem. Loved it. Thank you.
Always a pleasure speaking with you. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.